Hi guys, welcome to another Snus review with me, Andreas. Or actually, two reviews. So I'm making another comparison review, and this one is a bit special. It's my first comparison between a loose snus and a portion snus, and they're within the same range. Today we are looking at Röda Lacket Lös with a cardboard back, and Röda Lacket White portion. This is the the loose one is the second oldest on the Swedish snus market. It's been around since 1897, and in 2006, very recently, they enhanced the flavor of it a little bit. So they changed the recipe on this one, but it's been around forever. And I'm actually reviewing here the whole product range. It's only got the loose and the white one. I've been looking forward to this review for a long time because I haven't had any of these, and especially the loose is a classic. So the information on the loose, if we start with that one, it's got 42 grams of tobacco in it, and the nicotine content is 7.5 milligrams per gram, just like most of the other standard classic Swedish match looses on the market. The portion, it's got 0.9 gram portions, which is normally my preferred size, and the nicotine there is 8 milligrams per gram actually, so a little bit less than that per portion. It's not a very strong snus, but it's got 24 portions in it. And for the portion one, once again we see a nice and big catch lid, Swedish match one. So I don't know how we're going to do this. Let's get into the portion one first, shall we? Here we go. The Swedish match star formation. So they should be coming in quite wedge shaped in here. Do the smell test on this one first. So much bolder, much stronger smell than I expected. I've read about this one, the loose one, that it's got like an apricot and cedar character to it. It's quite a fruity one. Yeah, it is fruity. Quite strong, actually, of fruit. Quite natural though. Let's have a look at one of the portions. Oh, there we go. The wedge shape coming through. So these ones I would definitely fluff up like this and see so it doesn't break. Sometimes the portions can break when you do this. This seems alright. Put one in. While we open the loose one. So exciting. First Röda Lacket for me ever. Röda Lacket, by the way, means red seal in English. And this is famous for being, I think, the easiest to bake on the snus market. Have a look at that mud. So that should be easy to bake, eh? I normally just open bake a Prilla over the can actually, and sort of let it drip down if anything goes there. But let me do it like this. See if you can see that. Just work on it a little bit like that. Yeah, it's like Play-Doh. Very easy to bake that one. And let's just put it in. I know I have one in there, but hey, this is not how I will. There we go. This is not how I will use up the whole cans, but I'll take a bit longer this one. But I'll be back to you when I finish both cans, and I'll let you know which one I prefer of the two and if I like them at all. Nu lackar det mot jul ordentligt. Lackar, get it. Ja, ni behöver inte lacka ur för det dåliga skämtet. That's me making an incredibly bad Swedish joke. I'm not going to properly translate that one, but it has something to do with getting close to Christmas and its similarity to the word here. We're talking about Röda Lacket. So these two products, the loose and the white portion, are quite different, I would say. The smell of the loose one is very tobacco-centric. It has a bit of fruitiness in the background, and it's that dried apricot I was talking about before. But see these two snoozes as two separate things, really. If you want the tobacco-centric experience, go with the traditional loose, because you do get a mild tobacco flavor with a bit of a fruity background. If you like a fruity snus, then go with the white portion. Much more pronounced apricot flavor in that one. Really is a distinct difference, I think. I see the white portion as a fruit snus pretty much, while this one is traditional tobacco-centric. The loose one I would compare to Göteborg's Prima Fint. Same sort of mellow tobacco character to it, but where the Göteborg's Prima Fint has a rose hip character to it, this one has a little bit more apricotty, but not so much apricot in the loose one, I would say. It's even more tobacco-centric, this one, than Göteborg's Prima Fint, to me personally. So it's nice, it's mellow, it doesn't have an awful lot of taste to it. It mudslides a little bit, but it doesn't have the same paste-like consistency as Göteborg's Prima Fint. This breaks up a little bit more, still slides, still sort of breaks up a little bit. So you get a slight issue with that. So the loose one I prefer to the portion one, but here it really is about whether you want a tobacco-centric snus or a fruit one. You could also buy both to compare the two, of course. It's quite interesting, because the white one, it's quite perfumey to me, like a female perfume, and it's the dried apricot, and it actually reminds me, the white portion reminds me of growing up in Sweden in the 80s. I guess I had a lot of these sort of dried apricot desserts or something, I don't know. It's sort of like the 80s called and wanted its flavor profile back in a way. It's mellow, but at the same time it has that perfume quality to it, so I kind of see it as a fruit snus, the white portion. It's still mellow, it's natural. It's got a natural apricot in there. Tobacco is coming through. The taste releases quite slowly. It's a white portion. It's not an aggressive snus. It's a little bit boring to me in a way, but it's a clean flavor. It's still pretty good. But I would probably go with the loose version personally, because I think it brings the tobacco character forward more, and dried apricot. It's a bit like, the Göteborg's Prima Fint had the rose hip, this has apricot. To me, they both feel old school, and they are. They're old school products, really. It's not a sort of a crazy modern flavor like, I don't know, the Americana maybe. So, interesting to see how they're very different, the two products. I will give Röda Lacket Vit portion, white portion, 5.5 out of 10, and I will give Röda Lacket Lös, the loose one, a 7 out of 10, just slightly higher than I gave Göteborg's Prima Fint. I think I prefer it because I don't like the rose hip so much. So now I've got one more video prepared for you. I'm going to Sweden now, and I got one prepared for sort of between Christmas and New Year's for you. Also, I have Cardus Fairvik in 2016 waiting for me in Sweden, and I intend to review that for you and hopefully get that review out between Christmas and New Year's. We'll see how we go with that, and that will be filmed in Sweden for you. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I will see you after Christmas.